Hello everyone, welcome to our English Story channel. Learn to speak. Today's story is about a young boy who faced many problems in life, poverty, pain, and failure, but never gave up. It's a story about hope, courage, and dreams. Let's begin the story, The Boy Who Never Gave Up. The beginning of struggle. Once upon a time, in a small village, there lived a boy named Ravi. He was just 12 years old. Ravi lived with his mother and younger sister in a small house made of mud and bricks. His father had passed away when he was only 7. Every morning, Ravi woke up early and helped his mother fetch water from a well. After that, he went to school, walking 5 kilometers every day. His shoes were torn, his bag was old, but his heart was full of dreams. He wanted to become a teacher one day, so that poor children like him could also learn and grow. But life was not easy for Ravi. Sometimes, he went to bed hungry. Sometimes, he studied under a streetlight because there was no electricity in his home. Yet, he smiled every day and said to himself, "One day, my hard work will change my life." The challenges. When Ravi was in 8th grade, his mother fell sick. She couldn't work anymore, and there was no money for food or medicine. Ravi had 2 choices: stop studying or find work. He chose the second one. Every evening, after school, he started working at a tea shop. He cleaned tables, washed cups, and served tea to customers. People often laughed at him. Some said, "Look at this poor tea boy. How will he ever study?" Ravi felt hurt, but he never replied with anger. He just said softly, "One day, I will make my mother proud." At night, when everyone slept, he sat near the window with his books and studied under a small candle. He repeated one line again and again, "I can do it. I will do it." The moment of failure. 1 year later, Ravi had to take his final exam. He worked hard day and night, but on the first day of the exam, something terrible happened. On his way to school, heavy rain started, his papers got wet, his books were ruined, and he reached the exam hall late. The teacher didn't allow him to enter. Ravi cried outside the classroom, holding his wet books. He failed that year. It was the darkest moment of his life. He thought about giving up. He thought, maybe I am not meant to study. Maybe I should just work forever. But then, his mother held his hand and said, "My son, storms come and go, but the sun always rises again. You are my sunshine. Don't give up." Her words gave Ravi new strength. He wiped his tears and promised, "I will try again. I will never stop." The rise. The next year, Ravi studied harder than ever. He worked in the mornings, studied in the evenings, and never complained. Sometimes, he fell asleep while reading. Sometimes, he had no food, but his dream was alive. Finally, the exam day came again. This time, he reached early, confident and ready. He wrote every answer with focus and hope. When the results came, Ravi stood in front of the school notice board with trembling hands. He searched for his name, and there it was. Ravi Sharma, passed with distinction. Tears filled his eyes. He ran home shouting, "Mother! I did it! I passed!" His mother hugged him tightly. It was the happiest day of their lives. The new journey. After finishing school, Ravi wanted to study more, but they had no money for college, so he decided to teach children in his village. He opened a small class under a big tree. At first, only 3 children came. He taught them with love and care. Slowly, more and more children joined. People started calling him Master Ravi. He saved a little money from his teaching and applied for a government scholarship. A few months later, he received a letter. It said, You have been selected for a full scholarship to study education in Delhi University. Ravi couldn't believe his eyes. He had finally achieved what once felt impossible, the success. Years passed. Ravi became a respected teacher in a big city school. He wore clean clothes, spoke confidently, and inspired hundreds of students. But he never forgot where he came from. He returned to his village every year to help poor children study for free. He built a small school and named it Hope Academy. One day, a little boy asked him, "Sir, how did you become a teacher?" Ravi smiled and said, "Because I never gave up, even when life was hard." He looked up at the sky and whispered, "Thank you, Mom. You were right. The sun always rises again." Moral of the story: this story teaches us one very important lesson. No matter how hard life becomes, never give up on your dreams. Failures are not the end. They are just the beginning of your next success. Remember, every successful person was once a beginner who refused to quit. Keep believing, keep trying, and one day, your time will come. Thank you for listening to this story. If you liked it, please like, share, and subscribe for more motivational English stories. See you in the next video. Until then, remember, never give up, and always believe in yourself.